everyone, welcome once again to another exciting episode of video interview series Icons Behind Brand Marketing Today and Tomorrow. I'm Devleena, your host for today, and on today's episode we have a guest with a vast experience in brand strategic alliances and partnership, worked with substantial companies like Nearby.com, Vouchergram, WNS Global, and currently with Ferns and Petals. I welcome Mr. Pavneet Ahluwalia, Manager, Brand Alliances and Partnership at Ferns and Petals. A warm welcome to you, Pavneet. I'm glad to have you here on Icons Behind Brand and super excited to know about you and your journey and about your, marketing and brand alliances journey as well.
Right. Or right here for you then.
Yes. So, Pavneet, tell us more about your journey and background. Would love to know about that.
So, I've been in the system for almost 8-9 years. I'm someone who's armed with creative ideas, tailored solutions, and a lot of enthusiasm. I've worked towards navigating through the clutter in the communication landscape and to make a brand soar higher. I started off as in retail sector, which was duty free. Post which marketing happened. So I've been in the marketing field for quite some time now. So because of retail marketing, there's a little bit of sales also here. So that's where I know how brand collaboration, alliances, nitty-gritties of how brands work. So I have that. So yes. So right here, getting my experience off to different brands to see how it works.
Right. There are a lot of changes which has happened in the brand side, in the alliances and partnership side. So what are the major trends you have noticed in past 1 year, Pavneet?
I've seen this, that with alliances and brand partnerships, it's all about ideas. Partnership is something where you don't piggyback your partner, right? Alliances is all about keeping everything on the table and selecting the best possibility for both the parties. So brands are all about ideas. I'm sure when you started your career, Icons Behind Brands, it was also an idea, right? It was an idea that was born, you examined it. There would be some that you discarded, some that you accepted. Yes. But of course, bold and fresh communication is now the key to everything.
Right. So, when we are talking about that, so now, who are your target audience, Pavneet? If very specifically, if I ask the target audience demographics, and how are you reaching out to your target audience right now?
I'll tell you, it's all about youth and old. Today, you would probably want something which is delightful, whereas someone elderly, probably your parents, would have wanted something which is beautiful at the same time, So youth and old, it's all about fun and interactive, always looking for something new. Now, there's no fun of getting the same cake or getting the same birthday gift every year or going out to the same place every time you go out, right? So in a world run over noises, we make sure that we get heard in the right places through high impact and focused brand building solutions.
So I think it's this is a particular category where you are directly reaching out to the hearts of people, the youth
Right.
and people who are in that a little older generations.
So usually how brands cater to is there's a 5-year window. Your TG could be 20 to 30, 2 to 3 years up and down, right? But with us in the current situation, it's not that. It's that someone who started earning, who has the capacity to buy, with someone who has enough capacity to buy something good, something very, very good. So probably, you would be very happy with a rose, whereas probably, sorry for the worst example, but your mom would be very happy with an orchid. That's where it all lies.
Right. A very customized way to reach out to individuals.
Exactly.
So help understand this, Pavneet. These strong brands, big brands, they usually avoid collaborations. So do you see that is changing now?
Oh, definitely. See, beneficial collaborations are always a perfect mix for win-win alliances. I know there was a time when brands used to shy away from each other. Let's not collaborate with them. But no, that's definitely changing now. So it actually, when you collaborate with different brands, it actually helps to build overall, brand reputations and offer effective solutions to business challenges. And with the fast-paced world, people do change. Brands are changing.
Okay. So it is, in a way, it is helping both the brands to share their reputation and share their customers.
Right.
So that's a good way to look. Now even I feel that brands are looking more positive towards the collaboration rather than seeing each other as a competition.
Precisely. But today they're like, well, if my product's better, but there's something that does accompany the product, right? So it's cake and a flower.
Oh.
It's not cake and flower or cake or flower. So they go together.
So how does your marketing strategy changes from tier 1 city to tier 2 cities and tier 3 cities? Because I understand Ferns and Petals has a presence in Pan India, right?
Yeah. See, it's all about going digital nowadays. And of course, over the past 2 years, we've seen COVID hitting us hard, right? And people have actually, the screen time that everyone was on has actually gone up many folds. So it's actually all in a digital world. So get it right through online campaigns, digital strategies, engaging content, and then of course influencer marketing is another collaborations that we do.
Okay. So influencer marketing is something which is working well, is it?
All of them, but yes, influencer marketing does work with tier 2, tier 3 a lot. Considering these are people who the youngsters tend to listen to. And there's not a lot of influencers in tier 2, tier 3. There are very limited people there.
I think that helps a lot in the word of mouth marketing side, right?
Yes, definitely.
Wonderfully well. Last 1.5 year, we have seen major changes in the society, in the environment. So what are the major roadblocks or challenges you have faced?
Yep, I think because of the last 1.5 years, most of the brands have been working on recovery campaigns to arrive and revive. A lot of sectors have taken a hit, so everyone's actually working very hard on the recovery campaigns.
Okay.
So because we want people to know, hi, we're still here. We've not left you in the middle of it. We're there for you, depending on what brand you're talking about.
That's a great point, because that was not the time where we are actually looking for growth and all these things. It's a recovery time.
Right.
Have all gone through.
This is the time. It's not about profit, but it's about standing by your consumers. As brands coming together, collaborating to tell people that something bad happened. It's okay, but we're here for you. We're here with you.
Yes. And that has given us an opportunity to see an amazing time in terms of brand has actually taken their responsibility very seriously to tell their consumer that look, we are there for you here. Not only talk about their relationship and their purpose, but actually live with their words.
Right.
So Pavneet, as a brand alliances and strategic partnership expert, 3 tips to be followed as a best practice.
So the hacks basically.
Yes.
So there are a lot of things, but what majorly is the concern is you need to get the brand straight to the audience. While there are a lot of ways you can do that, the best is to get on board with the strategy, alliances, tie-ups, cross promotions and events. So I genuinely feel these are the best practices that any brand alliances and strategic partnerships guys should follow.
So if you're not a marketing professional, then who would you been and why?
I would have probably been in the army. I've always liked that uniform, that there's a different vibe of being in a uniform. Or probably would be someone who would own a lounge or a restaurant.
So Pavneet, with that, we are moving to a little interesting and lighter section, which is a rapid fire round.
Okay.
You need to answer in one word. What is leadership for you?
Undying enthusiasm.
Yes. What is the book you are planning to read?
I'm actually just started it. It's 1800 messages.
18?
100 messages.
100 messages. Sounds interesting. You know, the title of book is very interesting.
Buy it once.
Who has been the greatest influence to you?
Sundar Pichai.
Yes, he is one of the, great leader to look forward. What is the best thing happened to you this year?
Yet to happen. It's not over.
Okay, so we are going to, get to know about that very soon, is it? When are you most inspired?
In chaos.
In?
Chaos. So it's
Oh, that's
usually,
interesting.
so when you do a lot of firefighting is when you get to know a lot of things. So there's this very famous saying, give a person 30 days and he'll complete the task in 30 days. Give him 30 minutes and the task will be done in 29.
Oh, I love it,
So in chaos, there's a lot of ideas that happen there.
Yes. The more pressure there is, you work in an efficient way. I could relate on that. When we are given a lot of time, then the work is getting finished in that time. But if the time is limited, somehow you manage to work in that.
Exactly.
So early in the morning or late in the night?
So late in night, definitely.
The
Not a morning person.
better. What's the best compliment you have ever received?
So been quite some, but the best that I've received is your one-stop shop for every communication you did.
Wow. What does creativity means to you?
So elevating the existing mission to something bigger and better.
Amazing. What is an important life lesson for someone to learn?
It's okay to fail, but at the same time, it's best to understand it and learn from it.
Wow, awesome. So that's a great point, Pavan. So we are out of the rapid fire round now. So I felt that's a great point because everywhere we talk about only success and only success. But it is also important to understand it's okay to fail because that is the life, that is the reality. And more than that, to understand that part. Why?
As marketers, you're supposed to be tuned to failure. It's okay if it doesn't happen. It's fine. You learn from it, right? Well, I can be wrong on my TG. That's completely fine.
Yes. So I feel marketing and entrepreneurship goes the rules are similar. Before we end this, I would love to know, your message for the brand leaders.
It's a fact that every brand needs personal attention and care. It's all about being there and building relationships. Of course, it's not just having business goals in mind. You can't piggyback some. The world's smarter than you know. You definitely can piggyback because you know what they say about karma, right? It is a bitch.
Right. Thank you so much, Pavneet, for bringing out such nice, crisp and on point insights for us.